Well, good morning, Jaginder Rana here. The topic for our discussion today is climate related risks. Climate related risks. The climate change is no longer a distant threat, but the present reality, disrupting industries, economies, and livelihoods. Extreme weather events are becoming more frequent and severe, forcing businesses across sectors to rethink risk management. The insurance industry, which exists to absorb and transfer risk, must evolve to meet these growing challenges. InsurTech, where insurance meets technology, offers a pathway to innovation, providing data driven solutions that improve risk modeling, accelerate disaster response, and enable financial protection for vulnerable communities. So, the latest COP28 report, Building a Climate Resilient Future, highlights how InsurTech can drive sustainability by integrating satellite imaging, AI driven analytics, and parametric insurance models into climate risk solutions. So while technology presents new opportunities, challenges such as funding gaps, slow adoption, and outdated risk models persist. InsurTech solutions must align with commercial viability and long-term resilience to bridge these gaps. As climate risk intensify, InsurTech is not just an enabler, it is essential to driving sustainability and climate adaptation. So climate change is no longer a distant challenge. It's a growing crisis unfolding now. Extreme weather events are becoming more frequent and severe, disrupting economies and communities on an unprecedented scale. Climate related disasters threaten entire region, not only damaging ecosystems but also endangering livelihoods and pushing vulnerable populations into even greater uncertainty. In 2023 alone, the United States experienced 25 climate related disasters that each resulted in over $1 billion in losses. According to the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, this is a government organization, National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. So these disasters claimed 464 lives, striking areas once considered safe from catastrophic events. Such devastation is no longer an anomaly. It is becoming the norm, hinting at the rapidly shifting risk landscape. So for the insurance industry, unpredictability is not just a challenge, it is a direct threat to its foundational models. Traditional risk assessments, built on historical data, are struggling to keep pace with the new climate reality, where past patterns no longer hold. This evolving uncertainty is forcing the industry to rethink its approach to climate risk mitigation. Outdated risk models, solar adaptation, and funding gaps are creating a widening disconnect between climate risk and insurance solutions. InsurTech is emerging as a key enabler in climate adaptation, which is bridging the gap in traditional insurance models through innovation or through innovative risk transfer solutions. As climate change intensifies the frequency and severity of disasters, conventional insurance struggles to keep pace, leaving vulnerable communities without adequate financial protection. InsurTech driven solutions such as parametric insurance and microinsurance offers a faster, more accessible approach to disaster resilience by ensuring timely payouts based on predefined triggers rather than prolonged claims assessments. So beyond financial recovery, InsurTech is also reshaping climate adaptation strategies. Now, new insurance models are being designed to protect ecosystem that naturally mitigate risks such as coastal wetlands and forests, ensuring their restoration and long-term resilience. Additionally, technology-driven insurance solutions can incentivize risk reduction measures, offering financial incentives for policyholders to implement climate-smart strategies. Public-private partnerships are critical in scaling these solutions. Collaborative models allow InsurTech innovations to be tailored for high-risk areas, ensuring coverage for low-income families and underinsured communities. So by integrating advanced data analytics, AI-driven risk modeling, and digital-first insurance policies, InsurTech is not just adapting to climate change; it is helping shape a future where insurance plays a provocative role in sustainability and resilience. The existing disaster recovery tools are inadequate, but shifting consumer expectations are accelerating demand for sustainability driven solutions. A 2020 McKinsey survey found that over 60% of consumers are willing to pay more on sustainable products. So while a Nielsen Q study reported that 78% of US consumers prioritize sustainability. So despite this strong sentiment, many companies struggle to convert consumer intent into sales. So while ESG focused products have shown strong growth, cost and perceived value barriers persist. However, the broader trend is clear. Eco-friendly, fair trade and sustainable packaging products are outperforming traditional alternatives. As sustainability becomes a market expectation, industries are like InsurTech must align with consumer demand, leveraging technology to drive climate adaptation and financial resilience. InsurTech, with its technical expertise and innovative solutions, combined with insurance industry's capacity and reach, is uniquely positioned to address the challenges posed by climate change. By integrating advanced technologies and data-driven strategies, the industry can not only mitigate climate risk but also enhance financial resilience for vulnerable communities and businesses. So the path forward requires bold action, scaling innovative insurance solutions, fostering public-private partnerships, and embedding sustainability into every facet of risk management. InsurTech must move beyond traditional protection models to actively drive adaptation and long-term resilience. So we all have a bleak picture on our minds of what would happen if climate change remained a challenge for India. But do we really know the outcome? Climate change is a massive threat to mankind. Therefore, many countries, including India, are trying to combat its detrimental effects. Here is what you need to know why this subject is a now or never situation for India and what can be done to tackle the effects of climate change. So broadly speaking, the geographical surface of the Indian subcontinent is divided into 6 physiographic regions, which are namely the Himalayas, Peninsular Deccan Plateau, the Indo-Gangetic Plains, coastal plains, the Thar Desert, and the islands. Each physiographical region has a unique climatic profile, and vulnerability profile. So, according to a study by World Bank, the temperature in India is warmer than that of other countries due to the Himalayas acting as barriers to winds coming from Central Asia and China. So the temperature might only rise further in the future, which can lead to extreme weather conditions such as heat waves, prolonged droughts, heavy rainfall, etc. Now, to combat this situation, the Government of India, startups, and many NGOs are working together to control the pace of climate change in India. Almost a decade ago, climate change was hardly a matter of concern. But today, given the drastic implications of the climate change, the situation demands urgent action. The Indian government has been instrumental in controlling and managing climate change, and the solutions have benefited the people of India. So some of the key initiatives taken by the central government are as follows, like International Solar Alliance. It's not unusual for temperatures to hit 48 degrees Celsius in India's hottest regions, such as Rajasthan. So the place becomes nearly uninhabitable for humans. But the region is undoubtedly ideal for one of the biggest solar farms in India. So launched in 2015, the International Solar Alliance is a solar power development project in collaboration with France. So ISA is an alliance of the sunshine countries to utilize solar energy efficiently. The alliance was formed with solar energy rich countries to reduce the dependency on non-renewable sources of energy like fossil fuels. One Sun, One World, One Grid project. The idea of the One Sun, One World, One Grid project was first proposed by Honorable Prime Minister during the first assembly of the International Solar Alliance in 2018. So through OSOWOG, One Sun, One World, One Grid. The program aims to provide energy to about 140 countries by a common grid that transfers solar power. So the project acts as one of the solutions to many of our global problems in the energy sector. The United Kingdom jointly launched the OSOWOG initiatives in partnership with ISA and the World Bank Group. Then Swachh Bharat Mission. The Swachh Bharat Mission is another landmark initiative by the Honorable Prime Minister. The initiative covered 4,041 statutory towns to cleanse the street, roads and infrastructure of India and provide sanitation facilities for every household. So under the initiatives, all villages, districts and Gram Panchayats in India declared themselves open defecation free by 2nd October 2019. On the 150th birth anniversary of Father of the Nation, Mahatma Gandhi, the initiative helped build over 100 million toilets in rural India. Then COP26 Glasgow Summit. So while addressing the world leaders at the annual conference of United Nations, COP26 in Glasgow, the Honorable Prime Minister of India listed the government of India to combat climate change. India will achieve a target of net zero emission by the year 2070. By 2030, India will meet 50% of the energy requirements from renewable sources. India will decrease the total projected carbon emissions by 1 billion tons by 2030. India will take its non-fossil energy capacity of 500 GB by the end of 2030. And the nation will reduce carbon intensity by more than 48% by 2030. So climate tech and Indian startups are working in this direction. And if you are running a climate tech startups, you should visit the Startup India website today to get a host of benefits. Typically, investors prefer to put their money into ideas that promise potential and can effectively address a few or more most common real-world problems. The climate tech domain is just the right fit with plenty of opportunities, and the focus of these startups is on the environment, which is a plus. Thank you very much.